The South Korean envoy has departed for China to meet President Xi Jinping. Other envoys from Seoul are preparing to travel to Tokyo and Moscow, as diplomats say they'll pursue disarmament and stability for the Korean Peninsula. They'll talk about an inter-Korean summit ahead of a planned Trump-Kim meeting. Toby Muse has the details.
Both the White House and the CIA sent the same message to Pyongyang on Sunday. There will be no preconditions for a meeting between U.S. President Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un beyond the DPRK's pledge to abstain from missile and nuclear tests and not publicly criticize joint military exercises with South Korea.
He can't conduct nuclear testing. He's got to stop the missile testing that he's been hard at for the last years. He's got to continue to allow us to perform our militarily necessary exercises on the peninsula.
The comments by the White House come as the international community tries to facilitate this historic meeting. This week, representatives from South Korea will give updated briefings to officials in Tokyo and Beijing on the possible talks.
I also highly appreciate the brave decision of the DPRK's leader, Kim Jong Un. We will do our best to prepare for the summit between him and our leaders in April, and for the one between him and the U.S., so the meetings will be successful and we can achieve a lot.
Trump himself has welcomed the help from other leaders, tweeting this weekend. Chinese President Xi Jinping and I spoke at length about the meeting with Kim Jong Un of North Korea. President Xi told me he appreciates that the U.S. is working to solve the problem diplomatically rather than going with the ominous alternative. China continues to be helpful. It's unclear where the summit will take place, if it happens. Over the weekend, Sweden and Switzerland offered their assistance. The White House has said it wants the meeting to lead to the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
Look, a lot of people thought we were going to war, and all of a sudden they come in, they say we're going to have a meeting, and there's no more missiles going off, and they want to denuclearize.
Some of Trump's critics in the U.S. worry that the possible summit has been too hastily arranged. But outside the U.S., the mood seems closer to optimism. Toby Muse, CGTN, Washington.